YouTube, what is going on, all my viewers? This your boy Devin Hughes here. I got some great news for you all. Sorry if I'm talking like this. I just took a long nap. Just got back from the buffet early on. Cause you come from a buffet, you sometimes the food can either put you out or give you some type of energy or something. But I recently just found out that the Redskins have fired defensive coordinator Joe Barry and the rest of the defensive coaching staff. And I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest feelings of my entire life, is to see somebody who just doesn't know how to get the job done. He's failed at every single thing that we were this close of winning so many games. But we gave up so many yards. So many. I'm not even going to do the rest of the talking. I'm just going to do a reaction.
Redskins fired defensive coordinator. The Washington Redskins have changed course defensively. Coach Jay Gruden fired defensive coordinator Joe Barry and his top assistants on Thursday, as well as strength coach Mike Clark. The team confirmed that Barry, Clark, secondary coach Perry Faywell, and defensive line coach Robert Key will not be retained. For 2 seasons, Barry presided over a unit that was short on talent but also failed to make meaningful plays for most of the season and finished last in the NFL in third down conversions allowed, many of them at key junctures. Gruden and other team officials could not to be reached for immediate comment. Last week, Gruden seemed to publicly weigh how much blame to assign to Barry as opposed to a unit that lacked NFL caliber talent and depth.
Since Jay Gruden wants to fire Joe Barry, why can't they fire Jay Gruden himself? He's the worst coach out of all the NFL teams.
It's tough when you don't have the same 11 in there all the time, Gruden said then. There are things we obviously have to get better at. Third down conversions and red zone are issues. 2-minute drills at the end of the half. But I like the way the guys compete and they play hard. That's very important. Teams are going to make their plays, but I feel like we're getting them in the right spots and giving them an opportunity to make plays. The job doesn't come with a completely bare cupboard, as cornerback Josh Norman and outside linebacker Ryan Kerrigan both remain under contract. The handling of Norman was one of the biggest strikes against Barry this season and led to a head-scratching press conference in which Barry attempted to explain that he couldn't have Norman cover the opponent's best receiver because it would be too confusing for the rest of the defense. It's easy for the guy that's moving. It's hard for the other 3 or 4 DBs to get lined up, Barry said. It's easy for you to get lined up at the other guys. It's difficult, and that's why most of the time people get talked out of it, especially with offenses that move their top receiver around.
The
next week, Norman was shadowing the other team's top receiver. Speculation on Barry's replacement will center around a handful of big names. The biggest is likely to be former Denver defensive coordinator Wade Phillips, who interviewed for the Redskins job 2 years ago but was passed over. Phillips' son.
Here's the thing. I heard about the defensive coach of Denver from the Broncos. I don't know why he chose not to stay with us though, because we would have been a better team, made it to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl. I don't know why, but it just seems like a good time to do it though. But unfortunately, too little is too late. So the damage is already done. We're dead last in defense team. We are the worst teams in the NFL. It's no surprise. I've been through this for 10 years. It sucks. The whole team just sucks, man.
West is the Redskins tight ends coach. Cincinnati Bengals defensive coordinator Paul Guenther could also be in the running. Gruden is familiar with Guenther from time the two spent together on the Bengals staff. The coaching turnover may not end with the defense. Offensive coordinator Sean McVay will be interviewing for head coaching positions in San Francisco and Los Angeles this weekend.
I gotta be honest with you all. Part of me wants to stay faithful to my team. Another part of me tells me take a break. And that's why I took a break, because during the playoffs game, we blew it. We had the game winning until we blew the game. Kurt threw 2 interceptions. Our defense sucked. It's like we just basically gave up trying. And I wanted to see Brian Mitchell go off on the Redskins just like he did before, because he knows the game. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's talking about. Brian Mitchell is one of those guys that speaks the truth. And that's why I recommend you all to watch Brian Mitchell on Redskins post-game live after the game, because the guy tells the truth. And what he says is actually true. So I can't believe we're gonna end our season in a bad note. But we only got 3 games to go, and I won't be watching them because I know we're gonna lose. So let me know how you all feel about today's Redskins. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Or do you think it's a great idea to fire the entire defensive coaching line? Well, I mean, coaching staff. I personally do, because I think we deserve better. But my thing is that Jane Gruden should be fired too, because the guy sucks. Like, he comes up with a bunch of excuses. Like, come on. The whole team deserves better. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for my reaction video to Redskins fire defensive coordinator. Now I don't have the original video to put the link in the description box. I can tell you this: 2017 better be our year. If not, we're screwed. Till then, it's your boy Demi Hughes here, and I'm morphing out.